Scroll through your social media, and you'll see countless Indians posting from Vietnam. In this episode of Vietnam Connection, we take a closer look at the reasons why Vietnam has become such a popular travel destination for Indian tourists. Over 500,000 Indian tourists poured into Vietnam in 2024. This represents a staggering 297% increase from pre-pandemic 2019 levels. This travel boom didn't just happen. It was jump-started by two powerful factors: a revolutionary visa policy and an all-out airline offensive. With other economic and cultural reasons added to the mix, you have a perfect storm for a tourism boom. The government play. The introduction of the e-visa. Just a few years ago, Vietnam was tough to visit. Complicated visa paperwork, long waits, high fees. Then came the game changer. The 90-day e-visa for Indian citizens. 100% online. Processed in 3 to 7 days. Costs only $25. This turned Vietnam into a spontaneous trip option. No longer a bureaucratic nightmare. Now, you could decide on Friday and fly out next week. The airline offensive, opening the floodgates from the sky. But a visa is useless if flights are expensive. So Vietnam doubled down. Vietnamese low-cost carrier Vietjet launched a flood of direct flights. Delhi, Mumbai, Ahmedabad, straight into Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, and Da Nang. Vietnam Airlines opened routes to India's tech hubs. And then Indian giants, Indigo and Air India, also jumped in, pushing ticket prices down. Today, round-trip fares often fall between 15,000 to 25,000 rupees, or $170 to $280, making Vietnam cheaper than some domestic getaways. Travel time? Cut in half. No layovers needed. It was like opening a direct bridge between the two countries. Why Vietnam is winning the Indian travelers. The experience in Vietnam is perfectly suited for the modern Indian traveler. First, and most importantly, is affordability. Your money just goes further in Vietnam. Hotels with quality amenities and services are cheap. A week-long trip, not including flights, can easily be done on a budget of 30,000 to 35,000 rupees, or between $340 to $400. This affordability has sparked a surprising comparison. For many, an international trip to Vietnam now offers better value than a domestic holiday in Goa. During peak season, hotel and transport prices in Goa can skyrocket. Luxury hotels in Vietnam can cost significantly less than comparable properties in Goa. Vietnam delivers the thrill of international travel, exotic landscapes, and a different culture for what can be a similar or even lower total cost. But it's not just about being cheap. It's about the richness of the experience. Vietnam packs a crazy amount of diversity into one country. One day, you can be cruising through the limestone towers of Ha Long Bay. The next, you're wandering the lantern-lit streets of Hoi An. And then, you could be trekking through the rice terraces of Sapa. You've got the history of Hanoi's Old Quarter, the war-era stories of the Cu Chi tunnels, and the calm beauty of the Mekong Delta. This variety allows Vietnam to compete with, and often feel like a more authentic alternative to, longtime favorites like Thailand. Finally, Vietnam is quickly adapting to its new audience. In tourist hotspots, Indian and vegetarian food is becoming much more common, tackling a key concern for many travelers from India. And luxury beach resorts catering lavish Indian weddings is becoming a common sight. Beyond tourism, the bigger India-Vietnam story. Here's where it gets even more interesting. This tourism boom mirrors growing economic ties. Vietnam's IT and digital services are linking up with India's tech giants. India's pharmaceutical companies are setting up shop in Vietnam to help build Vietnam's pharmaceutical manufacturing and export capacity. Vietnam's EV champion VinFast is operating a car manufacturing plant in India and investing in EV charging infrastructure. The Adani Group, led by billionaire Gautam Adani, aims to invest up to $10 billion in Vietnam, across areas like infrastructure, energy, and digital technology, including projects in ports, airports, smart logistics, and renewable energy. This isn't just about travel. It's about India and Vietnam becoming strategic partners in the 21st century economy. Culture and cinema. The ties go even deeper. Vietnam is dotted with ancient temples and relics from the Champa culture, which has deep historical roots in Indian Hindu culture. This creates a spiritual and cultural bridge that resonates with Indian visitors. And Bollywood? It's arriving in full force. A few Indian films have recently been shot in Vietnam, including the movie Love in Vietnam, an Indian-Vietnamese romantic drama, which was just released last month. These movies feature Vietnam's stunning beaches and mountains as backdrops, inspiring even more people to follow in their favorite stars' footsteps. So there you have it. The reason everyone you know seems to be heading to Vietnam isn't a mystery at all. It is mainly due to the simultaneous introduction of e-visa, with expanding non-stop flight routes and increasing economic and cultural cooperations between the two countries. With these compelling reasons, Vietnam's ambassador to India expects Indian tourist numbers to reach 1 million soon. If you found today's episode interesting, please like, subscribe, and share. It would be valuable to know your thoughts in the comments section. See you next time.